Most golfers think they're inconsistent, but that's not actually the problem. The real issue is something I call the distance trust gap. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because this is the reason you come up short, fly greens, or stand over the ball with no confidence, even when your swing feels fine. And I didn't realize this for a long time. I thought my issue was ball striking, my mechanics, just needing to practice more. But if I'm honest, most of my rounds looked like this. One pure shot, one terrible shot, and a lot of guessing in between. And you're probably thinking, yeah, I do that too. You hit one good 8-iron, and now you think you know your distance. That's the distance trust gap. It's the gap between what you think your distances are and what they actually are. And for most golfers, that gap is massive. And I thought the difference for me was actually pretty small, but when I actually went and checked, I was way off.
So honestly, this was really pretty frustrating when I first started figuring it out because I had thought I put so much work in, especially when I was in high school. I thought I was working all the time to figure things out, but I wasn't working on the right things. That's why I'm making these videos, and that's why I'm trying to help you to save you time, because I know that golf can be frustrating. I know that it can be difficult, and I want us to all enjoy the game when we're out there. It is a great game if you don't have to worry and you just let the stress go. That is my whole goal with this.
So I decided to stop guessing and actually test my distances. This is where I started using the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro launch monitor. Not to fix my swing, but to understand my game. And this is important. You don't need a launch monitor to get better. But if you're serious about improving, having real data changes everything. When I started hitting balls and tracking numbers, I realized something fast. I didn't know my distances at all. So my 7-iron, best shot probably 165, average 152, miss anywhere 125 to 140. That's a 25-yard gap. And when your distances vary like that, you can't make good decisions on the course. It's impossible.
So obviously we all know data is extremely important in golf, but it can also be really confusing. So what I want you to do, if you don't want to get really far into the data, pick one thing. Pick carry distance. That's the number one first thing. Once you get your mechanics, figure out your carry distance for each of the clubs and consistent carry. That's what we're talking about here. We're trying to figure out that distance so we get the distance trust gap down. We don't want a huge one. But if you can figure out that one number for all of your clubs and figure out where it should go with a solid hit, then don't necessarily worry about spin, different things like that. Get the dispersion down, figure out that carry distance, and get your aim set. And I think that'll really limit the amount that you need to think about, and you'll be much happier with your scores.
But the numbers weren't even the most important part. What actually changed everything was building what I call a distance profile. A distance profile isn't just one number. It's your average, your miss range, your tendencies. It's how your clubs actually behave. Right now, you're probably thinking, I just need to know my number, but that's not enough. One number feels simple, but it's actually misleading. So here's exactly what I did using the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro launch monitor. Hit 8 to 10 shots per club. Ignore the best and the worst. Find the true average and track the pattern. And what I started seeing was patterns like always short under pressure, occasionally a long miss, tighter grouping than I expected. And once I saw that, everything on the course started to change.
I really think a launch monitor can be something that'll help you. I know it helped me a ton. I got the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro, like I've said a million times in different videos. The reason I say it isn't to try to get you to buy it. It's because it really helped me. I think that it can do the same thing for you. But don't just take my word for it. Search it on YouTube, search it on Google, see what people are saying. See the comparisons between the different brands. The $20,000 launch monitors, see the difference between that and the Rapsodo or the Square or all the different ones. The information is out there, but what I've found with the Rapsodo, it puts everything in front of me, and I'm a math and data person. I love that kind of stuff because I get it. But even for somebody that's not like that, you can see the videos, you can see the information, you can go back, you can enjoy it. Even if you're on the range, you can see what the ball's doing. And that's going to tell you a lot. You're going to know, instead of just hitting balls in your garage, you're going to see what's actually going on. So to me, getting the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro completely changed golf for me, and it probably made me better right now than I ever could have been if I didn't have it, because I have that in front of me. So check it out. You can go to playbetter.com/golf reboot. You'll probably get a discount. I'm not positive, but they have all different types of sim stuff there. If you want to build something at your house, whether it's for the winter, whether it's just playing around, I also love it because I can go play in my garage and not have to drive to a course. I think it can be worth it for you. If that's something you'd like, go ahead and check it out.
Now when I step up to a shot, instead of guessing, I have context. For example, 150-yard shot. Before, I think that's a 7-iron. Now, my 7-iron averages 150 to 155 but misses short, so I club up. Or, if short is safe, go with that. And that's the difference between hoping and knowing. But here's where this gets even bigger. This is where I realized this isn't just about one club, it's about your entire bag. So I started building something I call the full bag framework. This is how you actually improve as a golfer. Step 1, eliminate the distance trust gap. Step 2, build a distance profile for every club. Step 3, learn your patterns and tendencies. And step 4, apply it on the course. And you might be thinking, that sounds like a lot, but this is the fastest way to improve. Most golfers work on their swing, but never understand their game. And that's why they stay stuck.
I 100% get that a launch monitor isn't for everyone. I do think it's worth it, but it's not for everyone. I also chip around in my backyard. I have foam balls that I can hit inside. I putt in my living room. You can do things anywhere. If you don't think a launch monitor's for you, whether it's the price, now you can get ones that are much cheaper. There's a couple coming out that are really cheap. The Rapsodo is a good price. Square's not bad. I haven't used that one, but people like it. But if you really don't want to go that route, if you don't have the space, what I would say is when you go to a range that has either TrackMan, anything like that, so you can actually get your real data. You don't want to be going to, we have a driving range near me, it's over a pond. They use floating range balls. What that means is they're limited flight, they're made to float, they're not quality balls. What you can do is if you go to a range with TrackMan is see some of the data, and that's going to help you. Because if you're using range balls that are limited flight, whether it's 5, 10, 15% that it takes off, who knows? And with range balls, it also really depends on the quality of the ball, the age of it, and if they take care of them. One of the ranges around me, the one I was talking about before, they never get rid of the balls. So yeah, they might get new to replace some that just disappear or get put off into the woods, but they won't get rid of them until then. So you're using a ball that could be 5, 10 years old that's been beat to shit. So go somewhere that's quality. You might spend a little bit more, but if it's a place that takes care of their stuff or they have TrackMan or some type of monitoring system, that's going to help you more.
And once I started doing this, I stopped second guessing. I stopped overthinking, and I started playing with confidence. When you trust your distances, you can trust your swing and your clubs. So if you feel inconsistent, if you don't trust your numbers, if you're stuck in the 90s or the hundreds, you don't have a swing problem necessarily. You have a distance trust gap. And once you fix that, everything will be easier. What's your biggest miss? Do you struggle with your distance profile? Let me know down in the comments. I get it. It can be rough to get better at golf, especially when you plateau. Most of us just give up and say, this is where I'm going to stay, because we think it's too hard, but it doesn't have to be like that. So if you're like me and you're ready to make a few simple tweaks and fix your game and shatter your goals, let's do it. I recorded a live video the other day where we dug into the mental side of golf and how that can help us. I think it'll really help you expand on this. It's popping up now. My goal is to post things that I wish I knew when I started in 2004 and to help 1,000 golfers in 2026 while I do it. And don't forget to subscribe so you see the rest of our videos and become part of the Golf Reboot family, so that together we can play better, have more fun, and love the game again. See you next time.